Alongside our regular sections, we also have something called list sections and gallery sections. These sections let you quickly add content items and switch between layouts without having to manually rearrange them. To add a list section, go to your Edit mode, click Add Section, and if you click under People, you will see some of the pre-designed sections have a little eye icon in the corner. Those are the automated list sections. I know they're a bit tricky to find here under People, and hopefully Squarespace moves them somewhere where it's a bit more obvious, but until then you can find them here. Whichever section with the little eye icon you choose, you can customize them in all of the different ways, so just select whichever one you feel fits your vision best. You will know that you're dealing with the list section when you have edit content in your section settings. If we scroll down to our regular section, you'll see we don't have the edit content option because we're adding our content through blocks. When we open the edit content settings, you'll see we have three different tabs, which is Elements, Content, and Design. We'll start with the carousel layout. Under Elements, we have two different categories. So we have title and button for our main section, and then we have elements for each specific item. You will see if we turn on the button for our section, it will show us one main button at the bottom of all of the content, and it will stay visible no matter how you scroll your content. Under item elements, you can decide whether you want to show your image, your title, your body copy, or your button. Here under content, we can change our text and images. First, you can add a section title if you want, which will be displayed at the top of your section. And you can also play around with the placement, so you can make it left or right aligned or just centered. You can very easily switch the order of your items just by dragging and dropping them in a different order. When you click on an item, you will see you can replace your image right here, and you can either upload a new file, you can select from library of pre-uploaded images, or browse the stock images. You can also add alt text, so it's more SEO friendly and will help you boost your rankings. Here in the description, you can write all of your copy, and you'll notice we don't have an option for titles. That's because we have toggled them off in Elements, but if we toggle them on again, you'll see we have a designated window for titles in our content. Here you can also change the text of your buttons and add a link. By typing in the /, you can add a link to any of the pages on your website, or you can also attach a file, external URL, email, or phone number. You can add or delete elements as you wish depending on the content that you're making. Under the Design tab for Carousel List section, we have a few additional settings. You can change the alignment of your text, you can select the number of columns available, you can crop your images, add an infinite scroll, and choose how to display your arrows. Under Style, you can change the text sizes and add a card background. To change the color of your elements, you can go under Site Styles here in the top right corner, find Color, and then select the color theme you are using for your list section. You will see the color theme name appear at the top of your section. So in this case, it's lightest one. Click on the theme, and here you'll see all of the color settings. Now, if you hover over an element in your edit mode, it will automatically find whichever color you want to change. So when I clicked on our list section, it opened up all of the color settings for list section in the carousel design. When we click on card button background, that is currently set to black, it will open up our color settings where you can choose your new color. To delete the background circle of your arrows, you can just click on arrow background and then make the color transparent by dragging the opacity to the left. Okay, back to our design settings. So lastly, we have size and space settings. Here you can play around with the spacing and width of all of your elements and adjust the space between them. At the very bottom, we have position, which will decide how your elements are aligned. So you can either align them all at the top, you can have the middle aligned or bottom aligned, or you can stretch them so they're all the same height. The second design option that we have are banner slideshows. As you can see, there's an image banner at the background and we have our text on top. Most of the settings are very similar to what we had before. You can have a layout with full bleed, which means that the image will cover the entire section, or you can choose to have it inset a bit, so the borders of your sections are still visible. You can play with the sizes, with the text alignments, and all the different compositions available. And last, in our design settings, we have a simple list, which is pretty self-explanatory, grid of all the elements. List sections can also be used to showcase your images or like a featured logo wall, or to create testimonial sliders. Moving on to gallery sections. You can find this under Add Section, Images, and again find the sections that have the little eye icon. You will see here in our settings panel, we have Edit Gallery tab available. Gallery sections don't hold any buttons or headings, but they are primarily used to display your images. If you click on Edit Gallery, it will open up a window where you can add in your images simply by using a plus button. You can add a description to all of your images as well as link. This can be very helpful if you're, for example, wanting to showcase your portfolio, and you can use gallery section to display different highlights, but then each one holds a link to its specific gallery. Now to edit the style, we can go under Edit section, and here you can select the type of gallery that you want. You can have a simple grid, strip, a slideshow, or reel. You can try all the different ones to see whichever one suits your mood the best. You can select the width of your gallery as well as the height. You can select where you want your arrows to be placed, and you can decide if you want to show your captions. So that's the description from your images. Now, different gallery types have a bit of different settings, so make sure to go through all of them when you find the style that you like. For example, under slideshow, you can set automatic transitions and change the arrows to bullets. Have fun exploring all the options, and if you have any questions, let me know.